Hi, it's DKC, and I used to be an eBayer until I decided that it was time for me to move from Arizona after 3 years, and that was fun, but I want to see green, babbling brooks, trees, other than the dirt and the desert mountains. So I decided to move to the green foothills of the mountains in North Georgia. So that's where I'm at after an interesting plan. A couple of months ago I said, okay, I'm moving, I'm gonna sell my inventory, and I did. And a couple of weeks ago started looking at reservations, hotels.com and such, and I did. And all of a sudden something happened. So I'm gonna say, as of last weekend, this is how the trip evolved. It's 1,900 miles. I'm an old guy and I'm not driving 12 hours a day anymore. So I figured I could do that in 4 easy days, 3 overnight stays. Made my reservations after I called each hotel and said to them, what restrictions have you got? What precautions are you taking? And what do I have to do when I check into your hotel? And they said, it's the first one. The stop was in West Texas. What you hear there is in the background is guys teeing off because the green is right over there. And the cigarette is still here. That'll be another episode of me quitting this crap soon. Anyway, then I started looking online, and grocery stores open. Service stations with quick stop, 7-Eleven or whatever, Circle K, that kind of thing. And I shot and a guy, nice approach. Anyway, the grocery stores, the post office and such is open. I don't have anything on eBay, so I'm good right now. The plan was to come to this area, which is an upscale neighborhood, and I was researching for 2 months. Tons of garage sales with tons of higher end hard goods and things. I'm just salivating to say, okay, I can't wait to get there. The online auctions, the estate sale online auctions, just beautiful. 20 and 30 a weekend, just sitting there for the picking. Well, that changed. So I drive from south of Phoenix to West Texas, like I said. Got stopped by the on the Texas-New Mexico border. Had to stop and prove that I was a U.S. citizen, which I was, found interesting, but I said, okay. And I did, and drove 80 miles an hour speed limit, so that went well. Before I left, I realized, okay, I got to get road food. So I got a cooler full of food because there wasn't going to be anything available in the hotels. No, the coffee, the common room where you get, continental breakfast, all that crap. They're all closed. I stayed in upscale hotels that were rated 8 or above in reviews. I had planned on $600-700 to make the move. It cost less than $450. Bought gas in Phoenix area for around $2. All the way across to here was, and you suck. Okay. It's in the trap. The gas was $1.60, $1.50, $1.70, that kind of thing. So it went wonderfully that way. Precautions were taken when at each place when I walked in, the registration was done a little different, you know, keeping social distance, whatever they call it. And, oh yeah, you can't get a haircut. It's tough to get a haircut right now. So the drive was excellent. Came across, and really it was no problems other than, you know, you gotta eat what you brung. Fast food restaurants, sit-down restaurants are closed. Fast food restaurants, drive-thrus were open. So if you like junk food, and I rarely eat fast food at all, but I did a couple times just because of convenience. Waffle House is my favorite road stop restaurant for breakfast. Wasn't available, so that was my only real disappointment. I got to extra clean rooms. Every one of them was, you could just, everything was fresh. I mean, the bedspreads, the sheets, the smell of the room, it was disinfected. So there was no problems in traveling. There really wasn't. I got to West Texas, then East Texas, and then between Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, Alabama, the Mercedes-Benz a long time ago had opened up their U.S. plant and headquarters in that town. And the Germans like to travel in Mercedes-Benz executives like to travel in very nice facilities. And I checked into a place. I was there for the grand opening 10 years, whatever it was, 12 years ago. They actually make the M class there. And I got to this place, and I went, oh my God. And the places I stayed at were like Hampton Inns, things like that. And they were cheap. They really were, because of the deals online currently. At Hotels.com is where I went, but all of them, you know, Expedia, all that kind of crap. The room that I stayed, the place that I stayed by the Mercedes plant, was Ritz-Carlton like. It was a suite, dining area, living room area. It was well done. Plush, everything was plush. Thick cotton, thick towels, thick sheets, super everything. I even had a spa in the tub. Then the last day I drove, and this is weird, I drove to Atlanta, which was only about a 4-hour drive from where I was. And when you go to Atlanta, I mean, I lived there for 25 years, and my commute was 10 miles, and it used to take an hour just in rush hour just to get 10 miles. It was crazy. It still is, I assume, and will be. But I got through it. It was like I don't want to say ghost town, but I never stopped doing 65 miles an hour. I didn't hit my brakes one time. I mean, it was just so smooth, and a handful of cars, because nobody was going downtown to work. And I mean, I just drove right through it. It was raining, and people were extra careful. No accidents, nothing. It was wonderful. So I get north of Atlanta, and then I keep going up, and the rain stops, and I get to my place. It's you can see a short preview of where I'm staying, and I got nice facilities. The only thing right now I'm working on is the estate sales online. There's 2. There is no garage sales scheduled for this weekend that is worth a flip, and I'm going to spend the next 2 days trying to source and see what's available and see what's open, maybe maybe buy a small pallet of stuff just so I can have inventory. Because again, I had 800-900 pieces online listed, and now I got 0. So, honey, I'm home. Everything's cool. And that guy missed the putt. But if you got to be isolated, I guess these people that have their own golf carts and just drive on and start hitting, because they're all individual carts. If you got to be isolated, fine. Oh yeah, everything on the way from Arizona to here, grocery store wise, was open, including Walmart's, which I found real interesting. So I actually stopped in a Walmart in Alabama, went in to buy food for this place that I'm staying in. And I walk in there, and there was toilet paper. Oh my God, limit 1 to a customer, but when you buy a big rolls and rolls and rolls of one, so I'm good, man. I don't know that buying bottled water and toilet paper is gonna, prevent anything other than, okay, I'm gonna be hydrated and be able to go to the restroom. But we'll see what happens next. And boy, did she yank that one. The golfing here is great. Those particular golfers that have just played in the last 15 minutes were not so good. Okay, that's it for now. I appreciate it. I'll see you.